I used to think love was supposed to feel like a fairy tale, instant recognition, endless passion, and someone who would complete the missing pieces of me. When I met Daniel, it felt exactly like that. The first time we spoke, it was as if I had known him before. Not in this life, but somewhere deeper. Our conversations were magnetic, intense, and almost unsettling. He would say things I had only thought in silence. He mirrored my fears, my dreams, even the parts of myself I tried to hide. People around me called it chemistry. I called it destiny. But loving him was not peaceful. It was a storm. Being with Daniel felt like standing in front of a mirror I couldn't escape. Every insecurity surfaced. Every wound I had buried came alive. We would pull close, then push apart. The connection was undeniable, but so was the chaos. I convinced myself that this had to be my twin flame. After all, wasn't a twin flame supposed to shake your soul awake? So I stayed longer than I should have. I romanticized the pain. I called the emotional roller coaster spiritual growth. I believed that if I just loved harder, healed faster, or waited longer, everything would align. But one night, after another painful goodbye, I sat alone in my car crying and asked myself a question I had been avoiding. Why does something meant for me feel like it's destroying me? That question changed everything. Months later, after I stopped chasing what felt like fire, I met Marcus. There were no fireworks. No dramatic signs. No sleepless nights trying to decode mixed signals. There was just peace. At first, I almost overlooked him because peace felt unfamiliar. He was kind without confusion. Present without games. Honest without emotional riddles. It felt safe. And strangely, safety scared me more than chaos ever did. I remember telling my friend, I don't know if this is love because it doesn't hurt. She laughed and said, maybe that's exactly how you know. That stayed with me. Through Marcus, I learned something no spiritual quote had ever taught me. Not every intense connection is a soulmate. And not every soulmate arrives like lightning. Sometimes, a twin flame enters your life to awaken you, to expose your shadows, trigger your healing, and force your transformation. But a soulmate often arrives to help you live that healing. One connection breaks you open. The other helps you rebuild. Daniel was the lesson. Marcus was the blessing. And maybe both were necessary. I stopped asking, who is my twin flame, and started asking, who helps me become the healthiest version of myself? That was the real answer. Because love is not proven by suffering. It is revealed by alignment. Sometimes your twin flame is not your forever. Sometimes your soulmate is. And sometimes the greatest spiritual awakening is realizing that peace is more sacred than passion. That was how I finally learned the difference.